Hey guys, welcome back to the another episode. Let's talk about Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra Jonas. I finished this book recently on my Kindle. Usually most of the people know that I read most of the book on the Kindle because it's really easy to read, and this book is really easy to read. This book kind of interesting. We all know Priyanka Chopra, we all know her journey, we all know everything about Priyanka Chopra, her marriage, her lifestyle, her fame, and everything, how the Miss World, and everything we know about Priyanka Chopra. But there are a lot of points missing in this small story. There is a lot of small pieces that we never know or we never thought of that are in the Priyanka Chopra's life. We all just say in the Instagram fame, movies, Desi Girl, then about her marriage. We all have seen the outer image of the Priyanka Chopra, but there is a lot of things missing. And if you want to know more about all those things, then you should definitely read Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra Jonas. Unfinished, it's a story about her life and how she became famous and what are the key parameters that played really important role in her life while going through that journey. Before she wanted to be the Miss Indian and everything, there is a story behind that. We'll talk about that later. But before she wanted to enter into this glamorous industry, she was a daughter of two doctors, and she always wanted to become the aeronautical engineer. But unfortunately, the life guided to the something different path, and she became the Miss World, then actor, then everything whatever we see today. There is a story behind how she entered into the Miss India competition. The all credit goes to her brother, because उसकी वजह से उसकी वजह से ही एक्चुअली उसके ब्रदर ने उसके मॉम को पूछा a lot of question whether she what are the height of the Priyanka, what is the weight of the Priyanka, if she is good looking. Then they entered her name into the Miss India competition, and because her brother want Priyanka to get out of the house, I mean to get out of the house and to explore a lot of things, so her mother and her brother put her name into the Miss India competition. And that's how the journey of Priyanka Chopra Jonas, or the we all know Priyanka Chopra, that journey started there. Unfinished, it is a story also about the pieces that we never saw. I mean, there is a lot of things in this book that we never saw about Priyanka Chopra's life, like staying into the two countries, living into the Indians, and living with the different cousins. Talking about the content in this book is divided into the total 11 chapters, but there are total 3 chapters which are very close to my heart. 3 or 4 chapters, I will say, which are really close to my heart. The first one is like water. So be like water. There is a concept about always be like water, where water can flow to the any crack, water can adjust to the any situation. Like if you can put it in the cup, then it becomes cup. If you put it into the bottle, then it becomes bottle. So there is a beautiful concept about why you should be like a water, which I really loved, or which everyone should understand, that why you should be like a water. Then there is another chapter which is about when you know, which is a concept, or you can say the modern concept, which says when you know. It's a kind of combination of gut feeling, logical thinking, and everything. When you know, I mean, I don't have to explain a lot. Rather, you can read this chapter and you will understand what Priyanka wants to tell us by this simple sentence, that when you know. There is also another my favorite chapter which is into the romance, which is about Shadi, and she explained everything in a very very detailed way, which I really liked. When she talked about how her marriage, how the Priyanka and her husband met. Actually, they started meeting on the Twitter. Actually, Nick asked one of his friend to to get into the call with the Priyanka, because they wanted to talk. So Nick DM'd on the Twitter to the Priyanka, but Priyanka said that this message is read by all my teams also, so you can text me on other platform. So that's how they started the meeting. Then the first time they meet, then the Nick fall in love, and how their marriage happened, how they started talking to each other, then how they met into the Mumbai, going to the different locations and everything. This is one of the great chapters that I really enjoyed reading. So there are total these 3 chapters, and the last one chapter which is about the home, which expect a lot about the home topic, that about ghar, I mean family, and a lot about that. So these are the 4 chapters I really enjoyed. Other chapters is all about the exploring her career, the how the society treats you, how you should treat, how you should understand what is a sexism, all of those things which I don't want to talk about in detail. But these are the all topics that had the all pieces of her life explained in this book. The only drawback about this book I felt is at some point it feels like you should stop reading it. At some point the pace of the book becomes slow. So these are something I really hated about this book, or these are something you will, if you are not into much autobiography, or if you have not read much into the memoir books, then you will not enjoy it. If you are more into the fiction category person, then sadly I will suggest you to listen to the audiobooks. Audiobooks will come soon, as we have seen everything on the Instagram stories that Priyanka Chopra is recording in her own voice. So it's better to listen everything from Priyanka Chopra's voice. So if you want to try audiobook, there's a link in the description. You will get 90 days free trial, and you can finish the unfinished this book within 2-3 days, even if you are a slow listener. So you can try the audiobook also. So that's something about this book, is at some point it feels like a disconnected when you are reading the book, because you don't know a lot of things about the Priyanka Chopra life. But if you love reading the autobiography memoir book, then you will definitely enjoy this book. If you want to buy this book, there is a link in the description. You can buy, you will get it from the Amazon. And that's all for the today's video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, tata, take care.